guys, what's going on? It's Jacob from Team WUNAX, and who do we have today?
Jake.
Alright, we are here at YCS Los Angeles. What did you do today?
I got top 64 with Plunder Runick.
Oh, and how was that today?
The deck was phenomenal. Just needed a better pilot in the end.
Alright, let's get into it.
For starters, we have 3 Whitebeard and 3 Golden Hair. These are the best cards of the deck. They run everything, and you have to max out on Golden Hair. Originally, we were playing 2, but we decided if you can make your synchros, you're just better off. 2 Black Eyes, 1 Bluebeard, and 1 Redbeard. Redbeard's by far one of the worst of the plunders, but you have to play it because it has another way to access the extra deck during your opponent's turn. So sadly, it's in the deck. And then after that, we played 2 Kaijus, Humongous and Radiant. I'm a little sad that they are level 7s, but they're mandatory for the deck for us to play with our attributes properly. Going second, it guarantees that we can get an Earth or a Dark, which allows us to play whatever we need. You know, you can go into Dark, make your Blackbeard special summon Mork, banish one of their monsters on top of that, so you're getting 2 monsters out for 1. And then you'll be able to search your field spell, you can search your trap, and have another layer of interaction on your opponent's turn after that. Then for the hand traps, it's pretty standard. Just 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, nothing more, nothing less. It's okay. It's nice drawing into it off the Runick stuff. So, and then for the Runick, we have the 2 Fountain, 3 Tip, 3 Flashing, 3 Freezing, 3 Destruction, 3 Slumber, 1 Dispelling, and 1 Smiting. I never ended up using Smiting Storm for the effect to banish on field, but it is the better one to be doing this with because Droplet's the only other option that you have, and let's be honest, you don't want to give them a card, right? So if you need to get that draw off your Fountain, this is the best option for you. Then for the Plundered Spell Trap, it's Shipyard and Booty. Game 2-3, if I'm going second, typically this gets sided out, but other than that, the cards are phenomenal. It sucks drawing into these is all. And then for the last card, it's 3 Evenly Matched. It's by far the best card in the deck. I was pretty excited with this in the deck. It always helped with every matchup. And even if you're going first, the card is fine, right? It's just another discard for your deck. So it's not a big deal.
Alright, cool. Let's see that extra deck.
For the extra deck, it was 2 Lees, 2 Gary, and 2 Hugin. We did 2 and 2 just because you don't need the 3rd Hugin, right? You're just, if you're using a 3rd Hugin, that means you're going to be summoning that over Gary, using another discard. So it's more about resource advantage, right? So this way, at least, you have 2 cards that can return Fountain, and then 2 cards that can search it. That's more than enough. Then for the Synchros, it's 1 Bran, 1 Jord, 1 Coral. This card is broke. If it wasn't for this card, I would never touch this deck. This card is the MVP of the extra deck, right alongside with the 3 Blackbeards for resource advantage, right? This makes your entire engine tick. Game 1, or turn 1, it lets you get into the Plunder back into hand, and then make Blackbeard, and then you'll always have your monster effects ready to go from there on out. Like I said, if it wasn't for this card, I wouldn't play the deck. 3 Blackbeard, really good card. People ash this because they don't want you to get resource advantage on your turn, right? It stops you from making your release and stuff like that, or they'll try and nib you before you can do that. Surprisingly, that didn't happen yet this tournament. I don't know if people weren't putting nib in or what was going on, but the deck is actually nib proof for the most part, just because in the combo you do get Golden Hair. So, and then for the XYZs, it's the 2 Mork and the 1 Baguska. I don't think there's anything I would change in the extra deck, but if you could figure something out, I would love to see it, because the only other option I could think of is making a Synchro 10, but you get locked into Plunders, right? So it's hard to make it.
Alright, how about the side deck?
For the side, it was 3 Nib, 3 Spooky for time, 1 Moonin. I don't agree with the Moonin. I should have played something else. It was just the idea that if I need to grab this for time, it's easier to do this than to bank on the Ghost Sister. 3 Dark Rulers, It's a great card. I think this is a very slept on card, especially with Plunder Runick as our matchup. It is very hard to deal with them. Because if you just kaiju over their beast, they don't really care. They just activate Blessing, Special Summon Beast back, and you're in the same position that you were in before. You're not answering their board. Whereas this, if you activate it, it negates everything. And it doesn't go to graveyard, so it stays negated. You can eventually make your Mork, banish the Natria Beast, and you're in a lot better spot than you were if you just kaiju them. Then 2 MSTs. This was for the Labyrinth matchup. When we were discussing it, everything between the main deck and the extra deck, they all banish for back row removal. So if they flip up Imperial Iron Wall against us, we have no way to out the Imperial Iron Wall with our main ways. So we put in the MSTs. We put them in over Twin Twister because the deck already has a lot of discard effects inside of it. So we wanted to be as resource advantage as possible, and it's just a good hit.
How many Labyrinth did you duel?
Not a single one. Yeah, it was a great side deck. Never put it in. And then we have the 3 rivalries. Originally, when I built the deck, I had the rivalries in the main deck, but we took them out to put in the imperms. We just thought it was generically better for us to have more interactions because the deck does struggle going second, right? So it just gives us another layer of interaction that we didn't have before. Throughout the tournament, I think I activated it twice or 3 times. It got Cosmic Cyclone the entire time. But, you know, originally when I played the deck, I thought that you had to play the Rivalry, and now it's just like you have to play Rivalry for the Despia matchup, but aside from that, like, throw another card into your side deck. You'll be fine.
All right, cool. Any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to Team WUNAX for helping me out with the deck, mostly with the side deck theory and stuff like that. And shout out to Team Boardwipe for the support throughout the tournament as well.
Cool. And shout out to Justin.
All right.
All right, this is Jacob from Team WUNAX signing out.